So we've got our last scheduled race of the day. We have 2 postponed races that will come down the track after this. This is the Britannia Challenge Cup. We have the crew from Leipzig in Germany up against Vesta Rowing Club.
Crew on the left-hand side there, and the German crew from Leipzig and Vesta.
Good start here by Vesta. Of course, we're back in the coxed fours. Does make life a little easier on this course to have a coxswain.
The Vesta crew yesterday beat the Thames B crew to get through to the stage, and the German crew from Leipzig beat Molesey's B crew to get to this stage. Here Leipzig on the Berkshire station on the far side, moving out to almost at length ahead of the Vesta crew. Both crews really still attacking this. Leipzig crew really moving that boat very well. So at this stage the crews are really just going through their preset routine, aren't they? They're not trying to race each other at the moment, they're just doing their start process and transitioning into their rhythm.
Does look like this crew from Germany just have a little bit more punch through the middle section of the stroke there. They're really hanging off it well together, levering the boat. Crew from Vesta seems to not quite have the power. They look a little smoother.
Yeah, the Leipzig crew, you'd say, have got a lot of power. The two-man there, 105 kilos. He's obviously a strong boy. And the Cox pair, Cox 4, that's the kind of power you need to keep this boat going. When this event used to be an Olympic event, the size of the guys that used to row in this boat type was astounding. And the last time they rowed together in the Olympics, the Cox 4 was only 4 seconds slower than the Cox's 4. But that was 1992. Yeah, the German crew here moving out to clear water. And the Vesta crew here really just trying to stay on top of it, but really not going to be able to contest, I don't think, with this German crew.
The crew from Vesta, Richard Lear, Simon Woodfine, Harry Bond, Mark Roberts, and Adele Hing, the coxswain. Adele, Cox 2, England cruise at Home International to gold. 5th time racing the Britannia. Cox 2 cruise last year, both the Britannia and the Thames Challenge Cups. So busy.
It's an experienced crew, isn't it, this Vesta crew? They've had a lot of racing over the years. Both crews, the same sort of cadence, same number of strokes per minute, around 35 strokes per minute. I don't know, for those of you who don't row, if you've ever been to the gym, you've tried to stay on the ergo and row 35 strokes a minute, even just for a minute. It's not very easy.
No, well, in fact, the quote after Thursday from the Leipzig crew from Germany was that the race was much longer than they expected and was very hard, and that they're feeling confident and excited for the rest of the week.
And there's the chairman, Steve Redgrave. So Steve Redgrave, who his first Olympic gold medal was in the Cox 4 in 1984. So you know what this event is like.
He seems to not be sharing their pain at this point. Looks like he has a nice glass of Pimm's there in front of him.
Yeah, he's doing his job as chairman, making sure the regatta is running smoothly. And this Leipzig crew here, Cox steering very well down the booms, really straight line. Athletes don't need to worry about anything, they can just focus on their rowing. Yeah, the Cox you can see there, the microphone, talking to the crew there, maybe shouting at them a little bit, keeping them on pace, making sure they're all thinking the same kind of thing. I think that's the important thing, isn't it? That you do all this rowing and you try to row the same, but it's easy for your thoughts to drift. And as a Cox, your job mainly is to make sure they're all thinking the same thing.
And it's a young crew here from Germany as well. Some big rowers in there. William Strulich in the bow, only 18 years of age, only started rowing in 2012. His aim is to go to the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, as it is for Richard Orr in the stroke seat. Started rowing in 2013, and he'd also like to be at the Games in 2024. So
those are long-term goals, huh?
They are long-term goals.
They're going to have to get some miles in before then. They moved out pretty quickly on this Vesta crew, but really the last 3 or 4 minutes they haven't moved away anymore. They've kept the same sort of distance.
Look, they're fairly comfortable there, and I think given the late hour of the race, the heat of the day, the build-up, because it is an emotional roller coaster going through this event, isn't it? You're building up and you're waiting for your race each day, and I always used to hate racing at the end of the day.
It's the worst thing. I used to row in the 8, and the 8 used to be the last event of the day, and it is. You just spend the whole day you go out for a row in the morning, which is great, and it's nice weather, and you go home, and you keep sort of staying awake, falling asleep, eat a bit, go wake up, fall asleep, read your book, fall asleep, get up, and then trying to stay alert, but the whole time you're just running to the loo all the time. Just nervous, huh?
Yes, the old pre-race nerves.
But it's an interesting thing, isn't it, that whole nerves thing, because some people, when they feel like that, they think it's anxiety and stress and they feel bad. But when you get used to it, it's the same feeling, but actually it's excitement and nerves and getting race ready to go, and you're ready to perform if that's how you feel.
And it is addictive. I mean, there's not much else in life that gives you that feeling. I know since finishing sport officially last year, it's certainly for me one of those things that I really miss, because you just really can't generate that same excitement and that same feeling and apprehension really for anything else. There's nothing quite like it, like preparing for a race like this, or to represent your country, and those feelings in the pre-race and getting ready to go out and perform.
For me, it's a far more distant memory, but I agree with that, definitely. When I was coaching, it's not the same. You don't get the same kind of nerves. You haven't got this. You've invested a lot of time and effort into the racing, but it's the athletes that win the races, and it means so much to them. All the time and effort, sacrifice they make. Winning it's a really important thing, isn't it?
It is, and it's amazing how you can be sitting there nervously on the start line, but the minute that start gun goes, those feelings are gone, and you're just 100% focused on what it is that you need to do.
Yeah. And here, German crew from Leipzig, cruising a bit more towards the end, and a really good, comfortable win. I dare say probably didn't feel like quite so far today.